points as they run, and this was similar to before. Just would lose 7. Chris would lose 7, 29 to 22.
The problem with Chris Richmond has this giant pylon on the center of the racetrack. He can look over and see the 9-car leading, and that's frustrating when you're in points battle to see a guy out there leading the race and you're battling against him.
Joey Logano in the 22, the Hertz machine, now starting to loom large in the mirror of Eric Jones, and he draws alongside Brian Scott.
Yeah, not what Brian Scott needed either. He needed to cool the tires probably just a second to make another run, try to get this third spot.
Chase Elliott has just half a second advantage over the 54 of Kyle Busch. Can he grow that with 14 to go?
Well, he weathered the storm there. Kyle Busch, and that was just Kyle Busch driving this race car that's not handling very well, trying to put enough pressure to see if he could get the 9 of Chase Elliott to make a mistake.
And Kyle knows that. He knows, man. I'm imagining right now, Kyle, he's settled in a little bit. He realizes they got some lap cars, but he's not going to go out there and abuse his stuff. He wants another restart because that's where Kyle's going to be the most intimidating. He's going to have the biggest shot at getting in the lead.
DJ, we were talking about this at dinner last night, weren't we? It's just so easy to say Chase Elliott and not remind ourselves that he's still 19.
Yeah.
The guy who was the reigning series champion as Logano gets past Jones, the reigning series champion, the guy who's going to take over the famed 24 at Hendrick Motorsports. So much on this young man's shoulders, and he leads this race with 11 to go. Could get his first win of 2015. Could get his first win in 39 races.
We kept watching this young man last year saying, when's he going to fold under the pressure, as everybody kept coming at him for that championship, and he just didn't do it. He reminds you so much of his dad, who I had the pleasure of racing against, that they're just alike.
Yeah, I think, when I watch his interviews and I watch him race, he really seems like he's as hard on himself as anyone can be. He's really self-critical. It seems like he really pays attention. And, he did not fold under that pressure from Kyle as he tries 3 wide here.
How about that move?
Through traffic. He knows this is important right here. Kyle does too. Look how aggressive they're both being.
That might have been the race right there, Carl. You can't, if you slow down and wait for those guys to get out of the way, then the 54's on your bumper.
Yeah, that was a great job working through traffic. I think Marty's got some more on the night.
Well, Carl, when I talked to him a few weeks ago about this, quote, winless streak, I asked him if it was starting to bother him. He said, racing is cyclical like that. You go through periods where you win, and you go through periods where you don't win. I can't let myself get down about that. My job, keep putting us in a position to win, and then when we're in that position, take advantage of it. We've been in that position a few times this year, and we haven't taken advantage of that, but they certainly have tonight. But, Carl, you can talk about that. When you go through a dry spell like that, it's easy to get frustrated, but it also helps have a level head, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's really easy. I mean, we're all competitive. Everybody is, you want to get every last bit you can. I did notice a couple of things. Both of his rotors, the front and rear rotors, are glowing. And Chase looks a little bit loose in. He's managing that really well. And then he's also using the apron just a little bit on exit. So his car, he might be having a little bit of trouble right now.
Traffic ahead, the 43 of Dakota Armstrong and the 62 of Brendan Gaughan. 7 to go here at Richmond. Can Chase Elliott hang on and break this 22 consecutive race streak of NASCAR Sprint Cup full-timers coming to the Xfinity Series and winning here in Richmond? The last one to do it was the guy who's doing the chasing, Kyle Busch, back in 2004.
Boy, Chase is just getting through the traffic so well. That was a pretty difficult situation a couple laps ago. He's got through it well, even though he does look a little bit loose in it. It seems like he's got this clean air. He's gonna check out here for a couple of laps.
Kind of odd to see those rear rotors glowing that much. A lot of rear brake to that car.
And then you keep seeing him run across the apron in the middle of the corner. And I don't know if that means that he's that tight there, or if maybe his car's turning a little better than he wants, and he's inadvertently run across it. But he's definitely using up the entire racetrack.
And fast approaching the scene is the 88 again of Josh Berry. Look at him in the back there in the yellow and blue 88 for Junior Motorsports in the picture as he wants to fight with Regan Smith and Eric Jones. It's going to be one of those situations of what a night, what a great drive, but what could have been if he didn't lose 12 positions on pit road.
And let's give Dale Earnhardt Jr. Motorsports, all those guys, his sister, that's really cool. Let's give them a lot of credit for giving a guy like Josh this opportunity. It's just huge, putting together the deal with Speedco and to bring him out here. I hope he gets more opportunities this year to showcase his talents.
3 to go. This is a good scrap, but it's not for the win. It's not for the victory. And bouncing off the fence and each other, Joey Logano, Eric Jones, Regan Smith, Brian Scott, Josh Berry. Fantastic racing, but up front with 2 to go, Chase Elliott has 1 second over Kyle Busch.
And he's got a beautiful sight in front of him, which is a clean racetrack. He can come here and get the white flag and put together another lap. He's going to be the winner of this race.
There it is, 1 to go, 3/4 of a mile for the 19-year-old reigning series champion to break his winless streak. 39 races. It's going to come to an end here under the lights in Richmond. Fantastic performance, didn't have it all his own way, but the reigning series champion keeps himself in contention. Chase Elliott wins in Richmond. He said, just getting points. Just getting points is not going to be enough. I need to win. DJ, he has.
That was huge tonight. What a performance by this young man. That's max points, bro. That's what you want when you're trying to chase somebody out. You lead the most laps and you get the victory. That's as good as you can do.
He did a great job tonight.
He's back to second in the championship standings. Trims Busch's lead to 21 from 29. It's game on with 8 to go.
He's really only 19.
Yeah, it is unbelievable.
Awesome. It's awesome.
It's easy for DJ and I, but it's not often you get made to feel old, is it?
We talked about it before the show. I mean, tough guys usually dominate this race. Chase Elliott played it perfectly. Held on Kyle Busch, one of the toughest guys in the sport. It's a great job.
Kelly, this is massive for the 9, for the entire team. He could be back-to-back champion. We've got 8 to go. We'll see.
You can see the smoke from Chase Elliott's burn